First off, let me apologize if I sound a little bit congested. I caught a cold a couple of days ago, so been getting through that. But I'm getting better little by little each day. It sucks whenever I get sick. It takes me forever to get better, but still got a job to do. So with that, let's just get right into it. So you all may have seen this viral clip. It's been making its way around the internet, especially around the gamer sphere and the commentary sphere. And I haven't seen the whole thing. I've only seen bits and pieces and little supercut edits of it. But I wanted to react with it with you guys and also get the full context around it, even though there's some things from what I have seen, I do have my own opinion on it, or kind of like a rebuttal that I would have to some of the things that this individual had stated. But just a quick backstory, which you don't know what I'm talking about. G4, a former television channel, it was on TV from I think 2002 or 2004 to the 2014, I believe. So early 2000s show ended a couple of years ago, or at least ended off television a couple of years ago. It was a gaming channel. Just gave you stuff about just updates on games, softwares, news, information, tech talk, stuff like that. Yeah, so they just came back, not on television, at least network television, but they're back as a YouTube channel, and also they're on Twitch. I think they're verified on Twitch as well, and they're going the whole streaming route as far as they're getting their content out and their shows out and stuff. And this one individual, her name is Frostkerm. I can't pronounce the last part, but the first part of her name is Frost or Frosk. But yeah, she was on a segment of X-Play, and let's just hear what she had to say, and then I'll give my 2 cents on it.
And what I do think that there is a larger discussion about Red Dead Online and that we need to have eventually about game design versus immersive experience and comparing the Red Dead Online multiplayer experience versus the solo player one. But I actually want to talk about something so much more important than Red Dead Online: sexism in gaming.
Now, you see the switch there. She went from going, I won't try to stop too much, but she went from going from actual gaming commentary, but there was no really segue into that from what I could see. But we'll go on. We'll see what she has to say.
And joining,
and I'm honestly open to I really want to get the whole context of her position on it.
G4.
This is not where I thought we were going, but I'm here.
I had no idea.
I'm listening. Yeah.
In joining G4, I was ecstatic to be part of something that I grew up watching as a child. But every time G4 is brought up in various channels, even in this YouTube channel, we have the chat in front of us, I can see you, without a doubt, there will be backlash because I'm not as bangable as the previous host. It's somehow...
Talk to him, Frost!
It has somehow been expected that you can talk about how...
Why are you... She didn't even say anything that profound. Why... Alright, bro. She's not gonna bang you, bro.
You can talk about how much you jerked off to women as a compliment. It's not a
It's
compliment.
weird.
It's dehumanizing and it's weird. Women do not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
Hey, she cooking, y'all.
And that's just obvious sexism. You don't need to explicitly objectify women or declare that you hate women to be sexist. Just go ahead and check out Thorne's latest meltdown on Twitter for some spark notes. Now, here at XPlay, our reviews are written and produced by a team of people. There are too many games for one person to shoulder the burden. So we divide and conquer. And when we use language like we or I, that's the reviewer. That's coming from the mouth and experience of the reviewer reading that review. And that's not to say that Gerard, TBH, Adam, or myself don't contribute to the reviews. We absolutely do. But it'll always be in varying degrees and take a whole team behind us. That's why we're XPlay and not Adam Play. We have done the experiment and controlled.
Oh boy, this dude, Adam Sessler, who was a complete utter piece of shit. This dude made fun of a freaking cancer patient as a cosplay, as a joke one time. Well, that's just one of the things he's done, but no, that dude is just a terrible human being. But yeah, he was a big guy on the show back in on the network back in the day. He still is a part of it, obviously, a big guy, but he's another piece of crap.
Variables. Adam will read a script written by the same writer that I will read the other half of the script for, but I'll be the one flamed. And yeah, it also happens to Gerard and TBH, but that doesn't discount the sexism of how it happens to me when it does. Both things can be true, that there is a general hatred of any change that isn't Adam, and that I'll receive special flame just for being a woman. And I wish I could turn the camera around so that you could see the incredible team that make XPlay. Half of our producers and writers are women. Emily, Abby, Megan, Joe, Jake, Zipper, Gabby. It goes on and on and on. Former writers that are now on ATOS like Vanessa. When you're in our DMs or on those YouTube comments or in Twitch chat right now, those reactionary threads thinking that I'm somehow ruining your current XPlay experience because you can't objectify me how you previously did to Morgan, or that I'm somehow less qualified to speak on something, but you can't quite put your finger
Insecurity, nothing but insecurity. That's all I'm hearing.
On why, even though I'm reading the exact same script as Adam, but you have no problem with he's part of it, you're letting your unconscious biases ruin my day and you're gatekeeping the gaming space. So maybe for 2022, we be a bit nicer, a bit more self-reflective, and we enjoy the fact that people are working hard to make free content for you. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Peace.
Yeah, pretty much like my thoughts that have pretty much have been out there. Like, again, this isn't nothing. I'm a little bit late on reacting to this segment, and like, you know, God knows that like tons of way bigger channels have talked about this and gave their 2 cents, which I agree with like a lot of their statements for like the most part. Some things maybe not so much, but I think the one thing that I kind of got took away from it, that, or kind of noticed that not a lot of people were talking about, is the fact that now, yeah, do I think that sexism is in gaming? Yes, of course. Do I think that racism is involved in the gaming community? Yes. Like, there are a lot of, you know, dicks and hateful people out there. It's unfortunate. It's not saying it's right, but that's just the real world. There's gonna be, you know, idiots and knuckleheads and with throughout all walks of life that are gonna, you know, just want to be jerks and give you like a hard time for whatever reason or no reason at all, for that matter. But as far as like when it comes to the case of, you know, of sexuality within gaming, specifically when it comes to females, I would say that, again, while it's still there, I think she missed the point that a lot of women within the gaming community that are gamers have contributed to that willingly themselves. I mean, hey, just look at, you know, some of the big top gamers on Twitch that are females.
See me wearing this, like this. You're like, shit, she's showing her booty. No, I'm showing my pants.
Damn, did I
If
say booty?
if it show my booty, I would be like, yeah.
I don't know, man. Victoria's Secret. Just kidding. That's weird.
This one doesn't have the tilt. No, it doesn't. Because I used to pretend like I was giving birth. No, this one doesn't have it. This one doesn't have it.
Yeah, close to finishing it. Getting there. Getting real close.
And usually, like, when I say that, like, the one rebuttal I get is, well, twins, like, stop objectifying women, or you don't have a right to tell women what to wear. If that's what they want to wear, they can wear that while they game. Okay, that's cool. I'm totally fine with that. Like, I could care less. I said this when the whole meta stuff was happening on Twitch a while ago. Like, I could care less what anyone, especially a girl, wears while she's streaming, let alone playing a video game. But that's her choice, obviously. But I think that what Frosk is like kind of missing, or just didn't, or failed to, is maybe she's like unaware of, or just purposely neglected the fact that the whole sexual element that is within gaming that does revolve around girls, a lot of it, or at least a good majority of it, is contributed by the girls themselves. They play off their sex appeal for more views, more attention. You know, certain sponsorships might look into that, and I'm not saying that's neither like a good or a bad thing. It's just part of the game, no pun intended. And when it comes to her saying that she looks at the comments and she's not as bangable than the previous hosts. A lot of people are comparing her, or thinking that she's talking about hosts like, I think her name is Olivia Munn. I'm probably Olivia Munn. I'm probably messing that up, but yeah, for the former host from back in the day. And yeah, these were her and a few other women that were on the show. They were attractive women. So I guess women that would attract, like, you know, the average guy, if let's just call it that. But even from like the clips that I saw, from what I remember, like, seeing them on TV and doing segments, it wasn't like they were just there. I mean, yeah, you can say that they were there for eye candy, but they were actually knowledgeable on all the stuff that they were talking about, and contribute to, you know, their segments and their shows in their own respective ways. So for us, you're saying that the people in the chat are judging you off of your looks and saying that you're not bangable enough for them in their eyes, but you comparing yourself to the other hosts before you, who were female hosts, and you know, I guess attracting, you know, that certain part of the chat. So for us, you're saying that the people in your chat, or at least some individuals, are judging you by saying that you're not bangable enough for them, but aren't you inherently doing the same thing to your former host before you by judging them based off of their looks and not their talent? I think we need to get back to the place, or at least the mindset, where we have to accept that no matter where you go, no matter what you do, you're not going to be able to please everyone. So why bother? I've said this numerous times before. Just do you, keep doing you. As long as you're not hurting anybody, then if anyone else has a problem with you, just tell them to piss off. Or better yet, it's 2022. There's something called a block button. Also, Frost, for you in particular, you are an established game host working for a major company, getting paid a decent salary, I'm assuming, and pretty much living the life, making content that what you like doing gaming, commentary. Why should you care with what a couple of trolls have to say that are pretty much nobodies just on the rest of the internet?